Okay, hi everyone. In this video, I will discuss the next topic, that is test oracle. Okay, test oracle. What is the test oracle? See, the test oracle. So, before we to start, what is the oracle? The general meaning of oracle. If you understood what is the general meaning of oracle, then it's easier to understand what is the test oracle. See here, the oracle is generally the oracle. So the generally oracle means the person who is speaking on the behalf of God. Means, see, mm, in other terms, the oracle is like Swamiji. Okay, so general term, the oracle is the person who is speaking on the behalf of God. So oracle is a priest. So see the term the oracle is applied with the same gender meaning or a gender the gender see the what is the work of oracle is applied with respect to the testing. Okay, what is testing? How this so the general term is applied to the testing. So what is the test oracle? Though here the test oracles are the people. Test oracles are the people or machine they checks the correctness of the program for a given test cases. So in generally, as I said, the oracle is a person or the priest. He checks the correctness of, for example, he may check the correctness of people. So similar with the test oracle are the person or a machine or the machine that checks the correctness of the program for given test cases. So if you generate any test cases, you have generated test cases and you go through you go to the person who is the test oracle, and the work of the test oracle is he's going to test your code or test cases that this test case is correct or not. Means the test oracle is a person, he is also a test engineer. He checks your test cases are correct or not. The correct his work is to checking the correctness. Now human test oracle are used extensively. Means if the program does not work, suppose if you are testing your application, or if you are developing an application, if your program is does not work correctly, in that case you go to the test oracle. You go to the test oracle. So it's kind of you can say indirectly kind of outsourcing or resource person. So test oracle is a person, as a resource person. You can say one indirectly you can say that he's a resource person. So now the common way is to give program and input test data to a friend and ask him to derive output from the program. So see this the test oracle. See the gender term is test oracle. You know what is a test oracle? Who is the person of test oracle? So in common speaking, it's the way. It is a common way is to give program and input test data to a friend and ask him to derive output from that program. So you are asking, you are as a test engineer, you are asking your friend. So what is what is the input data, and what should be the output, and how to say how to test data. So you're taking help of a program. So that is the basic concept of test oracle. Okay, test oracle is nothing but a third person or a resource person or some expert. You are asking help from someone. So the person who is helping you, he's the test oracle person. Now friend act like as a computer. See here in the fourth point, friend act like a computer, goes through the code step by step as per the input data and arrives at the output. Now you assign some task or you ask some help to the friend. Now your friend act as a test oracle. Okay, or he may act as a computer. He goes through the code step by step as per the input data, and you have given already the what is the input data, what should be the output, and see you assigned a task of testing. Okay, now he go through the code step by step as per the input data and arrives at the output. And he tests the data, means he tests your application. How you already provided the input data, and you already expected some result. I already explained what is the expected result, and he goes to the your friend goes to that step by step process, and he arrives at the output. Okay, now he tested it. He tests the application or test cases, and he arrives at the output. Okay? If output is same, so obviously The most expected thing is it should generate your expected output. Your application should generate expected result. If output is same as expected program, that can be said to be correct. Otherwise, the defect in the software. Obviously, whether you test the application or you test the software, or someone else test the application, so output should be as expected. Whether or not you are testing, or any other person is testing, or test oracle person is testing, the output should be same. So output should be as expected only. Now if output is same, the expected program can be said to be a correct. If you are getting expected output, means your program is correct, or your application is correct, or your software is correct. Otherwise, defect in the software. Okay. The next is the many software projects are now being undertaken which are for replacing a old system. See, replacing a old system. Here, the term many of the software projects are now being undertaken which are for replacing an old system with a newer one. So what actually happens here, the old system may be a manual system or software based system, and actually what happens when a new software is developed with the same functionality, you compare its output is you are comparing its expected result or output with the old systems. If the result matches, then you are saying that software is working properly. uh, See, software is working properly means, in this case, the test oracle means, see, you are going to the older system and comparing with the expected output, and you are declaring that application or a software is working properly. Okay. See, that just remember, this is I don't think so it's going to it's a very important topic, but even though you just go through the textbook and you'll understand. So these many parts are these many points are more than enough. So what is the test oracle? So just understand the general meaning of oracle. He is the priest. In generally, he is the priest, or he is the person who is speaking on the behalf of God, means Swamiji. So a similar concept is applied to testing process. He is a test oracle is the third person you are assigning, or you are taking help from him. Okay. See, this is our diagram with respect to this test oracle. We have a test case here. In the first, we have a test case as an input. Now software under test oracle. Here test oracle. Here you can see the test oracle is a human oracle. Human oracle means a third person or a expert, or he might be your friend. You are asking a help from him, or you are assigning some task to a test oracle. Now the input is given as here with this diagram. You can see test. See, the input is the test cases. So one set is a test software under test, and another set is a test oracle. Now here the comparator use of a comparator is just comparing the expected result and actual output and expected output. Okay. Now here the output of comparator is result of a testing. Whether the output is as expected, whether the actual output is as expected or not. Okay. So this is this is very small topic, and is all about the test oracle. Okay. Next, coming to the next topic, that is testing software of a different technologies. So after the test oracle, we have one more topic called the test software. So very basic is that test topic and manual versus automated testing. So test software, this is also a very simple topic. That means once you go through the textbook, you will understand. Once you read, so no any difficulty is there. And the manual versus automatic testing, you already know what is the manual testing, automated testing. Okay. This was the next topic, and then see, I am going to skip these two, test software and manual versus automated testing. See, we'll discuss the next topic, that is this testing software of different technologies. So what different technology here, like client server application, web applications, or object oriented mobile application, etc. So these are some different technologies. So the here the principle of testing are the same, means applying see, you are applying a principle of testing different technologies. You are applying a some principle, do some testing principle to experience the see to test the different application, so different technologies. Okay. In here in this case, different technologies. The first one is the client server software. And so nowadays the client server architecture work, developing application on a client server architecture with very mostly wise, because see, using a standalone application and client server or a network based application, so there is a lot of difference. Using a standalone application is very limited, means see the functionality, if you compare the standalone application functionality and client server application functionality, so both are different. On the one side, if you compare standalone and client server, so client server is going to be a best one, because there's some security and performance wise, security and performance wise. Now the client server system, the resource are on the server, okay, and the multiple clients are connected. So actually what does the client server means? Multiple clients are connected to the multiple clients are connected to server. The resources available within a server, and they are accessing the data or resources. Okay, here the test engine need to keep in mind that all clients may not use the same hardware and software. So what I see how see, and now the term comes how we are going to test. What are the aspects? What are the criteria we are going to test with respect to client server? So here the test engine need to keep in mind that all clients may not use same hardware and software. So he may not use same hardware and software. In spite of different software should work. See here, in spite of a difference, the software should work, means if there is any difference between see, if any difference or if any difficulties, then also the client server should work. Even for example, even in a critical situation, if more than one client is accessing the same hardware and software, your application should work. Now this is the first criteria or first aspect we are testing with respect to client server software. So next is the multiple clients access the same resource simultaneously. So this is the most important here, because see, the client server architecture means we don't have any restriction on clients. Maybe at some extent we don't have any restrictions. Okay, multiple clients access the same resource simultaneously. Now the response should be very fast. Okay, the response time is plays a very major role in client server architecture, because so everything depending on the response time. If it's taking too much time, means it's a wastage of a software, and your developed application of a client server architecture is it's of no use. So that is why the response should be very fast. Now system becomes slow, not acceptable, means if the response time is very high, means then we can say that the system becomes slow and not acceptable, because so obviously developing a new application means we are reducing the response time, we are decreasing the response time. Now communication link and security are also tested, means here the communication link between the client and server, link between the client server also going to affect. It plays a very important role. And the next is the security also. Now security is also a most important thing here, most important feature. So these two, the communication link and the security, are also tested, because these two criteria, so these two aspects or these two features plays a very important role in client server applications or client server softwares. Next, coming to the web based application. Now here the web based applications are see that in the today's most of the applications, like most of the web based applications, are nothing but you can consider as websites or online applications like banking applications. So now these are very in today's very popular, like testing a simple website and a complicated website service or e-commerce applications, or e-commerce applications, you can say Amazon, or some other banking applications. So testing these kind of applications are very critical one, complicated, I can say the complicated. So here there are some issues related with these web-based application. The first is web application has to work with the different browsers. Web application has to work with the different browsers, because some of the browsers does not support some of the functionalities of a website. For example, some flash players, or some drop downs are maybe may work in a Chrome browser, may not work in other, like Mozilla or Mozilla Firefox, or Apache. Okay, so these kind of so these simple terms also, it's not a simple term, but you should go through this criteria or this aspect also. The web application has to work with the different browsers. Most applications are tested for one browser, and other browsers the display looks bad, means in see, if you have developed any application, web application or a website, so it is working fine with the one browser, and it may or may not work fine, looks fine with the any other browsers. Now this should be tested. So this is one of the issue, and this should be tested. So each and every link on every page need to be tested, means, so we have a hyperlinks. Okay, we have a hyperlinks, means you should go see, you should test thoroughly what is a hyperlinks, how whether it is going to work a proper way, whether the specific page is opening at on that particular hyperlink. By clicking that hyperlink, hyperlink means just a link. I'm saying I'm taking an example of hyperlink, just any link, either it may be a command button, or links, or a drop downs. How you are going to develop it depends. Like you are testing the links. Okay, next, the page download should not take more than 10 seconds. Here the page download should not take more than 10 seconds. So they mentioned minimum 10 seconds. This might be a minimum 10 second also, like 5 also. Okay, so here the meaning here is, it should not take more time to download a web page. The web page should not take more time to download. Okay, that too in a seconds. Okay, that too in a seconds. Next, audio video need to be handled with the additional care, because audio video in some of the browsers, or some audio format may plays or may not plays, some videos may plays or may not plays. So this should be handled with additional care, means we should thoroughly test these audio and video file. See, handling when you are handling with audio and video files. Okay, next, the one more thing is security. Here the security also one of the most important point here, because for example, if you are developing e-commerce application, or a shopping application, or a banking application, now this here in this case security plays an important role, because uh, so most of transactions taking place, so security is also one of the issue, or one of the challenging tasks. Okay, so this is all about the web based application, how to test and what to be tested. Coming to the next point, that is object oriented software. So object oriented software, we know what is object oriented language. See here, with respect to object oriented language, program language, it's a special change, because here we in case of object oriented program language, it poses a special challenge. That means most of the cases we reuse the most attractive feature of the object oriented program. We reuse, because see, already some codes are available, and we reuse that codes. Likely, here in the third point, likely that some portion of a code developed elsewhere and used in other project, means if you are copying some portion of a code, and you are embedding it, or means adopting it within your application. Now this is going to be a very important thing when you are taking some code from others and you are adapting on your application or software. So it's the most the see here the care should be taken, means adopting code written for some other project has to be done very carefully, means and code being given for other groups or for adoption has to be tested, means see there are some problem arises during adopting or during embedding your someone other's code within your application. They may cause some problems. You don't know what kind of problem they may cause in the future. Now this should be thoroughly tested. This should be thoroughly tested. Like so, reuse. Here the reuse means you are copying it from someone, or you are get it done by developed by someone, and you are adopting that portion of a code within your application. Next is the mobile applications. Now, what is see mobile application, or for example, in the today we have a smartphone, means the Android application. So basically, mobile applications are nothing but Android application. Now, developing a mobile application is different from developing a desktop application. Why? Because there are some issues. Developing a desktop application is different. Always is too much different. Like and developing a mobile application is so very far different, because here within a mobile, so there is small display size. Obviously, small display size means the resolution also going to affect, and your responsive your page should be responsive to that particular resolution or size of a display, with respect to size of a display. Now one more thing is low bandwidth mobile network. In case of desktop application, we have a high bandwidth because we may connect to broadband or some other networks or internet facilities. But the mobile, in case of mobile, the bandwidth is very limited one. And the next issue is high delay in different mobile communication protocols. High delay is also one of the important topic. Means see, we don't know what is the delay of, we cannot predict the delay of mobile networks or a response time. So this is a very this like a high delay. This term high delays, we cannot predict the response time. Now different mobile communication protocols are issued to be tackled. So obviously we have a mobile protocols. So communication protocols are nothing but rules, set of rules. We have some protocols related with the different service providers. So this issue is also tackled while testing a mobile applications. Next is the test also involves the testing in a simulated environment. Okay, you are developing any application, you developed application, and you should carry out the mobile application testing process in a simulated environment, means mobile simulators. Okay, you should carry out the testing process in a mobile simulators. Next point is the micro browser with a different resolution, easy navigation of a menus are also the focus. The main focus is given on the when you develop a mobile application, the micro browser, because browsers see the browser size is very smallest, and the different browser size is smallest, and resolution may be different, means may be a less resolution. Okay, and then easy navigation of a menus. So these are all some etc, means so on. The main focus is given on this, particularly on these two aspects or criteria: browsers and resolution, menus navigation, and etc. Okay, next the next these are some different technologies, different technology, where how we carry out the testing, what is the aspect, what are the criteria we should consider when testing these kind of applications. Next is metrics in a testing phase. what is the metrics in it, what are the metrics we use in a testing phase. For example, here every phase of a software development metrics data need to be collected. Every phase of software development metrics data is collected. So the metrics are nothing but the budgeting or planning, budgeting, scheduling. So these are the basic metrics in test with respect to testing or development also. Now the term metrics in a testing phase. Now every phase of a software development metrics data need to be collected. Why? Because the future reference or for the for the planning purpose. Now help in monitoring the progress of a project and also improving the process some important metrics. Now this helps in monitoring the progress of a project. Whether we studied in the fifth unit budgeting and planning. Okay, so now this helps in monitoring the progress of a project and also improving the process. Some important metrics here. So some important metrics here are estimated time for a testing phase and actual time taken for the testing phase. So we estimate some time. We estimate some time for a testing phase, and what is the actual time? We are compare what is estimated time and actual time. Okay, at the during the planning stage itself, the time required for the testing phase is based on the past experience. Okay, depending on the past experience, like which what kind of models or what kind of a models or what kind of a program language, how much takes it, how much time. Okay, those all are planned depending on the past experiences or past experience or historical data. Okay, we maintain historical data means see past experience while executing the project means what happens uh, while executing your project means while testing your application, actual time taken for the testing is measured. Actual time testing taken for the testing is measured, and for example, if two values are close means actual and expected, these two are very close, then we can conclude that the estimation process is good. We can conclude estimation process is good. Next is the estimated budget for the testing. Estimated budget for the testing phase and actual money. Estimated budget and the actual money spent on the testing phase. No, this metric helps in improving the estimation process. Now this helps in improving the estimation process. Now these values, the values are nothing but the estimated and actual money spent. Now this helps in improving the estimation process. Next is the estimated effort. Estimated effort for a testing phase and actual effort is measured. Now effort, see these two terms are compared, like estimated effort for a testing phase and the actual effort for a testing phase are compared. Now effort is measured in terms of persons per month. How many persons, the work of a persons per month. Now this is all about the estimation effort. Estimation with respect to effort. Okay. Next is the defect density. What is the defect density? What is defect density? Here the defect density is nothing but the number of defects found per 1,000 lines. The number of defects found per 1,000 lines of a code. Now this called as a defect density. Defect density is nothing but number of defects found per 1,000 lines. Next is the number of defects found per unit time. Next is the number of defects found per unit time. The testing team keep track of number of defects found per week. Means see now how we consider the number of defects found per unit time. Per unit time is the number of defects found in defect detected in 1 week. That is what the per unit time. The errors per week, the number of errors per week. Next is the cost of quality. We already discussed what is the cost of quality. We have three components within cost of quality, that is the failure cost, appraisal cost and prevention cost. Okay, failure cost, prevention cost and appraisal cost. We try to reduce the failure cost and improve appraisal cost. Okay, this is already discussed in the previous topic. Okay, now this is all about the metrics in a testing phase. We'll see in the next topic, in the next video, the criteria for completion of testing and the risk based testing and types of risks. Okay, so see, almost only two or three topics are remaining in the fundamentals of testing chapter. uh, okay, I will discuss in the next video. Thank you.